Welcome to our travel lives.
I'm Pat.
And I'm Maddie. My last name is Quammen, and all my friends would always call me Quam, or like Mom Quam, or Q. And so a friend gave us the name Pat Quam. Whenever referring to our Pat Quam, are they coming?
So, we are Pat Quam Travel.
Pat and I met about almost 5 years ago. A mutual friend introduced us, and as we started to talk and just to get to know each other, we realized how have our paths not crossed sooner. We grew up 45 minutes from each other our entire childhoods. We had a lot of mutual friends. My childhood best friend is now married to his next door neighbor. There was just a lot of ways that our lives should have crossed, and they never did until
Did you mention we lived in Montana?
2016. We're from Montana.
But at the time, Maddie had just got back from studying abroad. I was in the middle of my first career, and Maddie was going back to school about 5 hours away. And we're like, this is probably not going to work, but we're going to have fun for the summer. And then a year later, we were still dating and doing long distance. And I made the move to move up there with her and try to make it work. And 5 years later, we're trying to make it work.
So to clarify, he was living in Billings, Montana. That's my hometown, so that's where I went back to when I came back from Greece. But then I went to school in Missoula at the University of Montana. Go Grizz. One of the reasons why we thought it was only going to be a summer fling almost 5 years ago now was simply because I was dead set that I was going to, once I graduated, I was going to go travel the world, and I just wanted to travel. And Pat just he hadn't heard of that, and he also didn't really think it was a possibility because he was in his career and he felt like he had to do the 9-to-5 grind, get a career, get the house, do the lifestyle. And I kind of slowly over the years was like, no, that's not the life we're gonna live. So then he moved up to Missoula. We bought a house together, and we kind of started slowly planning on how we could make long-term travel work. We sold our house, sold majority of the things we owned, and we moved back into my parents' basement for 1 month back in Billings to kind of say all of our goodbyes, because we had planned out an entire year of traveling all the way around the world. It was 25 plus countries, and it was starting in Cuba. We were so excited to leave. About 5 days before we were supposed to leave, COVID hit.
Yes. And to make it even funnier story, 5 days before that, we had a going away party, and people were asking us about COVID, and we're like, oh, it's not going to do anything. It'll make things cheaper because tourists won't be there. And then Cuba's border shut down. And then we switched to Colombia, and then their border shut down. And then we had a family friend who said, hey, come to Mexico if you want to. I have a house down there that's empty. You guys can use it and kind of see how COVID plays out. And then 4 hours before we left, Mexico's border shut down. So ironically, we were back to where we first met, but in Maddie's parents' basement. Thank you, Al and Steph, for housing us.
We also felt everything happens for a reason, We're firm believers in that, and it was great. We got to spend more quality time with family and friends. I had a 2-year-old nephew that lived right next door that we got to spend a year with.
And it was a great thing because in Missoula, since we were 5 hours away from most of our friends and family, my parents were about 4.5 hours away. Hers were 5 hours away. With Maddie's driving, probably only 4 hours away. But we got to spend a lot of time with them. It was a whole year there, and for 6 months we kind of just enjoyed the summer. We went rafting and lots of camping, and we enjoyed ourselves. And then we were like, shit, we gotta get jobs or we're gonna run out of our travel money. So I started Grubhubbing and door dashing, and I saved thousands of people who were starving. And Maddie got a bartending job, and we kind of it was good. But we were ready to go travel. We were still itching. We had the bug. We didn't give up on that dream of going to travel the world. And so we're excited to bring that to you guys.
So finally, 1 full year later, we got to go to our first foreign country. Drum roll, please. We're in Mexico. The really nice family friends that we talked about who told us we could go to Mexico a year ago told us, yes, like go enjoy the beach house. So we're down in Mexico for 3 months. We've been exploring other towns. We've got some fun trips coming up. We've got Cancun and Guadalajara and the town of Tequila.
Did you see that?
I know, it's so big that we're really excited about.
So we're using this as kind of our home base, and that gives us an opportunity to go explore Mexico, which is kind of nice.
It's very nice.
And in Tequila, I bet you can't guess what they make. Kool-Aid, homemade.
Tequila. They make tequila. We've already had such an amazing time here. We've been here for about 1.5 months, eating all the food. And
cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese and tortillas.
Yeah.
And
My favorite.
I know I never say right, but birria tacos and birria quesadillas are so yummy.
Quesadillas. Well, yes, we do eat out a lot, and we have been traveling quite a bit. A lot of our days kind of look how they looked back in the States. By we, I mean I do all the laundry.
It's so nice.
But Pat does all the cooking, which means I do
Such
all
a
the
good deal.
dishes.
Even
Not a good
so
deal.
nice.
Yeah. We work out, we go for runs, we go for walks on the beach. The roof is really nice. We get to work out up on the roof. So I mean, our lives are pretty similar. It's just with a lot nicer views.
Very true, and a lot warmer weather.
Also
The winter here's are a little different than Montucky, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
We're gonna do it.
All right, get under it. You need to put
That's what
hand,
she said.
one hand. There you go, and just you gotta lift up.
Weighs as much as me.
You gotta lift up under it. Holy shit! You got it. Here, I'll hold this.
Is it gonna move?
It might. All right, we only have so much water to get us through, and if you dump this,
You don't have to hold it. It'll be fine.
all right, let's see it. Get it in there. Dump it in. Just let me do it.
So we kind of just wanted to come on here, tell you kind of who we are, our backstory, and now we kind of want to talk about what we promise to hopefully give you and show you every week. My biggest thing is every time I talk to a person about traveling, almost every single person was like, oh, it's not safe out there. The world isn't safe. You can't go there. My biggest thing is I just want to show people that the world is a safe place. Every place has its not safe places. I would say as a rule of thumb, as a tourist, don't be flashing around a bunch of expensive things. Don't walk down a dark alley at night alone, but that's just kind of something you also do in America. That's kind of just something you do everywhere.
And so far, everybody's been friendly, welcoming.
Amazing.
They're all just people, just like everybody else in America, trying to make a living, take care of their kids, and make a better future for themselves.
Yeah.
So I think once you get here, you're kind of like, all right, it's just like home, but it's their home.
Well, and that's my thing is like every place we're gonna go, that is like the town where someone learned to ride a bike for the first time, had their first kiss, you know? I think my biggest thing is I want to connect people around the world and make everyone feel like, hey, there's actually not that much difference between us all. We're pretty similar. And we just want to show you all the yummy food and all the cool shit that we're gonna do.
That's really the main goal, is just to eat as many places as I can.
That's Pat's goal. That is
And
Pat's goal.
I'm doing some riding to make some money until we can get the vlog going. So please subscribe to the channel, because I don't want to keep riding every day.
Yes. Subscribe,
Please.
subscribe. Hit the like button.
Only like 3 people are going to subscribe anyways.
That's true.
But those 3 people will think I'm funny.
Your sister, your best friend.
I don't even think my best friend's going to subscribe.
Right.
Watch Maddie's channel. Subscribe today.
Why is it my channel?
Because if it's mine, they're not going to subscribe.
Okay. Watch my channel.
Quam Travel. And her sidekick, Bedbug Boy. I will annoy you out of the bed. I am Bedbug Boy. Look at this. On our YouTube channel, you can go to our link tree and follow us on Facebook and Instagram also. Put out some dope content because I create it and edit it and produce it and I direct it.
He does zero
Excuse
of
me.
those things.
So check us out. We'd love to follow. Reach out to us. Maybe we can help you with some travel tips on how we are able to travel, how we make income, places that we're at, what we recommend, anything like that. Feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to answer back. You can also email us at patquamtravel@gmail.com.
So, we aren't trust fund kids. We just made a decision to live our life differently and to get out of the rat race. We worked really hard and we just took the leap. And we hope you'll follow along with our new lifestyle.